FORA.tv. Idea Immersion. Visit us at www.FORA.tv.
So this is a region of interstellar space around our home system with other stars. We have a lot of other things that you might see in the Hubble telescope, things like black holes, nebula, etc. We can fly to each one of these. And these are, in many cases, worlds created by the computer. In other cases, they're worlds created by other players. So if we zoom into one of these worlds here, one of these new solar systems, we now see a different set of planets here. And so this one, close to the sun, is a very hot, rocky planet. This one, it would be a big terraforming challenge. We can pull down, like the last planet was a very imaginative, kind of almost Disney-like planet. This is, in fact, a much more realistic planet. This is very much like the early Earth was about 4 billion years ago. Kind of a hot, volcanic world here. Pull down to the surface. We could bring up the sound a little bit. Some of these worlds, as you're exploring them, you'll come across things. And so there might be alien artifacts or things that you can kind of scan into your UFO. So there's a whole kind of aspect of exploring this vast world. And the fact that we can generate an infinity of these worlds kind of means that you never run out of things to explore. A lot of these planets are going to be entire civilizations that other players have created that are brought down to your computer's copies. And so as you play the game, it's keeping track of not just the creatures that you've designed, but in the entire planets, because you can sculpt entire planets once you get to this level with the UFO. So here's another world. Let's go over. This has actually got civilization on it. And this world is orbiting this gas giant. It's actually kind of a moon around this gas giant here. And this was created by another player, but it's asynchronous. In other words, the other player is not online right now. What happened is the computers observed the way the other player played this. They might have played this as a very peaceful race, or trading people, or explorers. And the computer tries to stay fairly consistent with the way that player has basically programmed their behavior. So we're going to go up and meet them.
Do your impacts on that planet register on it permanently? I mean, will they be there for the player when that player returns to it?
Well, see, one of the points of this is that we want every player to be able to be a hero in their own universe. And so I want to be able to do whatever I want to do on this planet without ruining that player's experience. So this is why it's asynchronous, and this is why I'm playing with a copy. But at the same time, the other player is going to get a report of how many people came in and trashed his world or made alliances with it or whatever. So you get reports back from what we call the Metaverse, which is all the parallel universes that people are playing this game in. So these guys are kind of wondering why we're here. You know, at this point, I might try maybe firing some fireworks. Okay, they like that. We'll keep impressing them. Now, the relationships I can develop with these other races go a number of different ways. We could end up being trading partners. We can end up, forming an alliance or a federation. Well, in this case, they decided to worship us. So, as gods.
How tiring.
Yeah. So we might pick one of them up and bring them with us. Oh, okay. So they didn't like that.
That's how we treat.
Yeah, that was bad. Okay.
That's how we treat fans.
But I have weapons somewhere here. Oh, here we go. Yes. So I can shoot back at least. But I have to take out their planetary. So I basically inadvertently sparked a interplanetary war here. Kind of a major oops.
Americans are doing that all the time.
Yeah. That's about right.
Just keep your hands to yourself.
No comment there. Okay, I've basically taken out their defenses, and so now I can do whatever I want with them. But at this point, I should probably run.
Just blow them up.
Yeah, it was an accident. Actually, one thing that we found is that the terraforming tools.
The intelligence was wrong.
Yeah. That's right. I can erase the evidence just by bringing a few comets down. These are actually terraforming tools that we use for bringing oceans to a planet. And so if I drop enough comets on here, the ocean levels will start rising here, and I can eventually erase what I've done, hopefully. So this is the global warming fast-forward version. You can pretty much recreate. So here we are. Okay, that should do it. All right. Now, as we pull, now we don't know if this is the, the homeworld of this species or just a colony. Okay, so they're upset. We'll say sorry. Yeah. It was all an accident. As we pull away from this, we're getting another message on our comm screen. Oh, okay, so we just started a war, and in fact that was just one of their colonies, so now we have to head home to defend our homeworld. But, so this region of space we're looking at here represents several thousand stars, that the player can explore, many of which are player-generated, many of which are computer-generated. But even this represents just a very small fraction of the entire world that the player can actually play in. We're actually dealing with several million worlds that are all unique. And the only way that can actually happen is the fact that the world is continually, this galaxy is continually being created by the collective efforts of a million players as they play. And underneath all of that is the power of these generative systems and, giving the players that kind of amplification, through these editors, that those generative systems provide. But, so that's the Spore demo.
Fantastic.
Thanks. I think